What's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Mom92. I'm here to check out the Teemo, the Swift Scout dev update, developer update, dev update, developer update. You already know. So check it out. Teemo looks pretty cool. He kind of looks like a character that I would play, but then at the same time, he looks like a character that I would have to learn how to play. What I mean by that is I normally like to look at zoners, people that like to keep away, but then he also has a mix-up game on top of that, and that's pretty ridiculous. I'm excited to watch this trailer. I'm excited to see what the newest character of 2XKO does and how he operates. So, I mean, let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kyohei Lair. I'm a designer on 2XKO. Today I'm here with...
I'm Alex Jaffe. I'm lead champion designer on 2XKO.
You.
Today is about Teemo. Finally, Teemo.
Teemo.
Teemo is a character that I learned about before I even learned about League of Legends. From the beginning, I knew he was like off-meta, meme-y, quirky character.
Yeah.
We've been asked, specifically, the request has been weirdos. And I mean, I think Teemo is a really stand-up, regular, respectable guy. For some of you, he might be weirder. I think he's gonna do a lot for the game. I'm really excited for him.
Yes, he is.
Teemo is a Yordle. And Yordles are this magical creature from Vandal City. And within Vandal City, there's this organization called the Vandal Scouts. And Teemo is at the head of it. I really want to mention the side of Scout for Teemo because our kit in 2XKO.
Yeah, he has all those tools and stuff. Yeah.
What we thought or what we imagined how his daily life as a Yordle, as a Vandal Scout would look like. In result, we have Teemo using
The shrooms.
devices to get around trains, and we have shovels to dig up some treasure.
Jeez, bro.
We got a lot of flavor of the Vandal Scout in Teemo's kit here. As you can see, Teemo is a very small, tiny little character, and in fighting games,
he has different meters.
It becomes a big issue for the opponent. There's hurt box all the way up to the top of the tuft to make him feel like an average height champ, maybe around ankle height. To compensate for his lack of width, we have his backpack and some naps attached to it.
I think y'all found this really good balance. Where like Teemo is shorter. There are some options that whiff against Teemo, but they are pretty rare. The entire game is sort of tuned around Teemo.
Oh, he can shoot and
his crouching height specifically. Like every
oh man, you're gonna have to learn how to parry.
To be generally reliable and not kind of more of an edge case situational thing. That box, that hitbox goes just low enough to hit a crouching Teemo in the head. Obviously, everybody's been asking about small characters. A lot of people have been asking about Yordles specifically. Yeah. We knew we wanted Yordles in the game. We've been telling you for ages, like, we wanted to find a way to put Yordles in the game, and guess what? Dear reader, we did.
We did it.
Let's talk about Teemo's kit a little bit. Let me start with Teemo's bread and butter. It is the mushrooms.
Delicious, like bread.
S2, yep, Noxus Strat.
So
on the top of S2, Teemo jumps back, places the mushroom right in front of him. If you are moving forward and throwing the mushroom, he moves forward. And if you're moving back and throw the mushroom, he moves back and throws the mushroom.
I didn't realize that. That's a nice little touch.
You can also, like if you're jumping forward and throwing mushroom, you can land with your mushroom. There are many ways to play around this. Mushroom can be removed by the opponent's attacks. Another way to remove the mushroom is to just hit Teemo. Another way to deal with this is to get in proximity and just by blocking or by avoiding it. And it's not really just a trap either for Teemo. Teemo has a lot of interactions for his mushrooms too. As you can see, Teemo can
he bouncing them like Lee.
His shop or his mushrooms. As you can see, it also goes away after 7 seconds of inactivity.
That's eternity in game time.
Yeah.
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
place a mushroom on top of another mushroom, it bounces on top of it, and it jumps forward towards the opponent. Yeah. And another interaction he has is that
there's a meter down there.
Jump down A3. It has its own purposes, like a combo ender move. But if you use it with the mushroom, he jumps up and he can move here. He's free to move afterwards. Another interaction he has is shovel. This is his crouching forward A3. He pulls out a shovel and digs
He's about to be crazy.
It has other uses like anti-air, OTG, but if you use it with the mushroom, it launches the mushroom forward, and while it's launching, the opponent could get hit by it. You may have noticed when I was exploding the mushrooms, but as I explode the mushrooms, he had 3 icons on top of his meter. First icon is the mushroom badge, and as Teemo uses his mushroom and explodes the mushroom, it keeps filling up, and he keeps gaining the badges, and once he levels up, he gains the ability to spawn poison cloud from his mushroom explosions. The mushroom also looks a little different, indicating that it is a poisonous mushroom. And if the opponent stays inside the poison cloud, the opponent gets poisoned and they suffer a little bit of DOT.
We've got dual.
Only a little bit.
Here.
Okay.
Screen filling up with mushrooms. You try to break them, and you're still holding that poison. And that's really like, in my mind, that is like the core. Like Teemo has a bunch of fun tools. He's got a lot of fun toys to play with, but the mushroom is really like the thing that defines his identity more than anything, right?
Let's get to the second badge. This is the dart badge, and the dart in his kit is his L normal. So this is his light attack. You can press lights consecutively, and Teemo shoots darts up to 3 times at a time. Like this.
Projectile, normal.
Oh, really?
Let's go.
He can do this in the air as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is quite a strong tool, and we think this is like one of the defining features or defining ways that Teemo is going to play neutral and or zoning against the opponent.
Heck
you can
yeah.
see when you hit the opponent with the darts, Teemo gains 1 tick of the dart badge. He gains the poison dart.
More poison.
More
Let's go.
poison, yeah. He gains the poison dart on the first dart that he does out of the 3, and this is the same for grounded and air. Let's talk about the last badge, the slingshot, the sharpshooting scout. On tap of S1, he just shoots a slingshot forward, but you can charge this, and you can shoot farther, and you can also do this in the air.
What?
I think this is the only projectile that reach full screen. And it also has like peculiar use cases, unlike darts, for example, which is more of a straightforward projectile. And Teemo has.
Bro, he's
down
about to
S1
be
as well.
crazy,
He
dude.
shoots up instead, and you can charge this the same as the standing S1 or air S1. Let me get
About to
to
hit
the
setups.
badge part of this. So once Teemo hits 5 slingshots total. Oh, by the way, you have to hit the opponent. They cannot block these to get the point. Yeah, Teemo gets the slingshot badge, and his rock becomes fire rock.
It's so juicy. It feels so good to hit.
Yeah. One quick bonus that he gets for the fire slingshot is that he receives a little more hit stun off of this. So it allows Teemo to link this projectile into like a normal for additional combos, for example.
Cool. So that's the main 3 badges. That's great.
Yeah,
And
I mentioned another interaction with Mushroom earlier, but I couldn't show. And this is the interaction with S1, the slingshot. It really extends like the
Oh my
time
God.
for slingshot bullet. It really helps the rock. Once it bounces on Mushroom, the opponent will have a hard time getting around it. Though the opponent can just strike the Mushroom and stop Teemo from doing stuff like this.
you know, you always were saying, hey, it's really important for him to have some long-range tools so that he can get that pressure up to actually move the game forward.
Yeah.
Right?
So these badges, they persist across rounds. So
Oh,
once you get
God.
these badges, or once you accumulate points on these badges, you'll never lose them until the very end of that match. This is Fortis 1. This is called Bando Dash. Yep. On charge
That's good.
Fortis 1, he runs in place, gains momentum, and on release, he shoots himself forward with a multi-attack. We generally considered this as like a combo extender, combo ender.
He doesn't hit the hardest, right? He's not the first character you imagine to just demolish your face into the ground, but he still needs to be satisfying. He needs to feel good. I think it feels real nice to smash Teemo's entire body into your opponent.
Right. Before I want to talk about the last special he has, one unique mechanic that he has is done by just crouching on the ground, sitting still. If you press down, and this is not to be confused with down forward or down back, Teemo becomes invisible in 2 seconds, and while he's invisible, he is free to move.
What are you setting up for?
As you can notice, he comes out after a certain period of time, but while he's invisible, he enjoys a 15% speed bonus, so he's able to
What?
get around the stage a little quicker, and yeah, you just can't see him. Of course, he can attack while he's invisible. Once you attack, he does come out though, so watch out when you attack. And another unique mechanic I want to mention for Teemo is the parachute. This is done when you're in the air. You can hold up to deploy this parachute.
But they really about to make some
And when they
characters
have this
ridiculous in this
parachute
game.
deployed,
If
you
he's
can
doing
move
all
around.
this.
Correct. It's like a fun tool for Teemo to get around the stage. This leads me to the next special, or the last special.
going.
Yeah. Which is down S2. Guerrilla tactics. Yep.
Guerrilla attack.
So when you press down S2, Teemo plants a clump of grass on the ground, and it grows over time.
Wait, this seems harmless.
Right. After it grows, Teemo has 3 interactions with the grass. First is that he turns invisible inside the grass almost immediately. And unlike the crouching invisibility, he can actually move around and still remain invisible.
I love that, in this tiny little space.
Yep.
It's like, I have some sense of what he might do.
He could go outside too.
Yeah, and it persists for a little while.
Right. When he's outside of the grass, he can press down S2 again to teleport back to the grass. If you like don't remember the grass was behind you, for example, and like Teemo just goes behind you and just hits you real quick from behind. There's another use for this.
Can you get rid of
and
grass?
that is Teemo can use crouching H to burn the grass. And once you touch the flame, you get hit up to 3 times and you get launched up. Teemo can combo afterwards, of course. And another special feature about this fire is that once you get the fire and Teemo holds up, you can float on the updraft of the fire. Another interaction that Teemo has with the grass is that once you get the flame slingshot, he can set the grass ablaze with the flame slingshot as well. So let's talk about Teemo's supers. So S1
This cat is about to
super
be
and
wild.
Spy Patrol.
There we go, you caught it.
Yeah, Teemo gets on his leaf copter, he flies around in it, and he shoots 9 darts total. Teemo can decide to just bust out the super and just, play neutral like this, and the opponent kind of has to get around, get away. Say if you have a double down fuse, you can use the super, pull your assists, and you can play around or play with the darts. Let me get to the S2 super. This is the Noxious Surprise, the big mushroom. Yeah, in principle, it works pretty similar to the regular mushrooms, or just a bigger version of the mushroom trap. It does hit multiple times, does more damage. So one difference is that it cannot be destroyed by opponent's attacks. Yeah, ouch, right. But to deal with this, the opponent can get close to the mushroom and either block it or maybe try to get away from it. Another thing for the super mushroom is that
This
it
Rocket
actually
Raccoon on
counts
crack.
towards 2 points of the mushroom badge. So traditionally, if you do a shovel on the mushroom, it just bounces once, replaces or moves to 1 plane forward. But if you shovel the big mushroom, it keeps going forward. Okay, let's talk about Teemo's ult. This is the ult, the Blinding Dart. Teemo shoots a Blinding Dart at the opponent. Once it hits, Teemo jumps up, throws a bunch of mushrooms at the opponent, drops some more on the opponent and himself.
He didn't talk about that one special move I'm looking for.
This is a projectile ult. It does go pretty far.
that must have been his assist then.
Here, you can probably hit it still. Yeah, it is invulnerable like other ults. Let's talk about assists real quick. This is Teemo's forward assist. It's the mushroom.
Okay.
Of course. But unlike the regular mushroom, he remains on the ground while he does this. That's partially because when you want to tag into Teemo once he's doing the assist, we didn't want him to, be in the air. So that's why he's on the ground. But otherwise, it's basically just a mushroom move. And this is Teemo's back assist, the darts.
Oh, yes.
He
Yes.
shoots 2, but
Yes.
unlike the regular darts, they come a little staggered. You may have noticed that once the projectiles hit, the victim stays grounded. And that has a lot of implications for characters that can, I guess, like combo from the assist. You have a perfect combination here. If you can do like a ducking forward into,
Boom.
Yep. For someone like Jinx too, Jinx who is another projectile heavy character, I think Teemo can aid that very well as well. They just become like an actual bullet hell.
Wait, can you show me?
Yeah.
I want to fight your bullet hell a
Sure.
little.
Teemo can set up his shop, and while he's doing this, Jinx's projectile come. Yeah, and there's like some things you gotta deal with even after you get through all these.
I might try that.
To Teemo's super assist, the Noxious Sweeper. When you call Teemo for super assist, he comes in from the air
Oh my God.
There it is. Okay.
So impressive.
He goes through the entire screen dropping little mushrooms. In a nutshell, this is like a screen clear assist, but obviously you can use it for pressure combos. Pressures might look like, because there are gaps in between, you can like cross them up. Yeah, of course you can go for high lows. In Teemo's case, we really wanted Teemo to be able to be played by like anyone, really. Like even beginners or even someone who's not really played fighting games before and just checking out 2SKO for the first time.
It was an interesting design problem where we knew Teemo had to be weird because he's a weirdo, like we've established. Anybody who sees him for the first time, thinks he's cute and just wants to play should get to. And I think y'all did an amazing job of threading that needle.
Yeah, glad you pointed it out. That's another thing we want to make sure on Teemo's kit too. We want to make sure that individual tools that he has are individually fun to use. You know, at least these tools, it's pretty straightforward. It's clearly good and easy to use. So yeah, we're super excited.
Nice.
So that is it for Teemo today. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm super glad that I was finally able to talk about Teemo and show y'all what Teemo's about. Thank you for watching. Please check them out in the early access that's coming soon.
Have a great time. Enjoy playing Teemo.
So Teemo was pretty cool. I'm actually excited for Teemo just because just the way that he plays is very interesting. And like I told, when I was talking to one of the devs and I was telling them that them having Teemo in the game does open the door to a lot more characters. It kind of shows, okay, we can add these characters, but that honestly looks crazy. But the biggest reason it looks crazy is because there isn't a lot of characters that's doing stuff like that. But eventually it won't look that crazy, so that's cool. But I'm excited to try Teemo. I'm 100% trying that character as soon as he comes out on next Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, and nothing much to say about him. They really put a lot of work into him, and yeah, hey, awesome. I really like the way that they really put depth into this character. Gave him things I never even thought he would have, but since he is a Vandal Scout, it makes sense for him to have things like parachutes and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited to try him out. I'm curious what his health is going to be and his normals, how they look. But other than that, I really do enjoy his specials, his assists. I'm happy that they have a dart assist. That's cool. And then they have the little shroom, little trap. It's kind of almost like reminds you of Jinx a little bit. So, yeah, I do think 2 times assists, double down will be good for him. Probably even freestyle, honestly. But yeah, make sure y'all leave a like on the video. Let me know what you guys think about Teemo. Leave a comment. Tell me what y'all think. I'm excited for him. So y'all got that. And once again, I will be trying him on next Tuesday for sure. And subscribe to the boy because, I mean, you know, your boy's been putting in that work and it's free. 90 free. Peace.